Good morning, respected delegates and colleagues. My topic for today's presentation is occupational corneal foreign body, a one-year prospective study. There is now financial interest and patient consent is taken and no conflicts of interest. Corneal foreign bodies are the most common form of occupational ocular trauma and constitute about 20% of the all ocular traumas that we see in the clinics. And it is a leading cause of visual loss, which has a potential to cause economic burden to the patient. Other than work at work, these type of injuries can occur during domestic and leisure activities and during driving. The symptoms include pain, redness, foreign body sensation, lacrimation, and blurring of vision. And timely intervention by appropriate removal of the corneal body is necessary. And otherwise, it will lead to secondary scars, the persistence of rustring, and secondary infection, which can even end up in endophthalmitis. And these are preventable occupational hazard, which cause ocular morbidity, which lead the patient to loss of time at work, cost on healthcare, and economic burden to the patient. My aim was to assess the different setting in which these ocular injuries occur and its correlation with specific occupation and the awareness of eye care among workers. The materials and method. This was a hospital-based prospective study which was conducted in a tertiary care center in Western Odisha. 560 eyes were examined and detailed patient history, demographics, and clinical examination were carried out. The inclusion criteria included patients who participated voluntarily aged between 10 to 60 years and which are diagnosed or suspected case of corneal foreign body. Exclusion criteria were age limit less than 10 years or more than 60 years, full thickness penetrating corneal injury and injuries with sign of secondary infection. These were my result. It was found that 89% of the patients were male and 11% female, and 31 to 40 year age group was mostly affected, followed by 21 to 30 year male age group. And the most common business sector which was affected was metal industrial work, constituted about 45%, followed by construction work and agricultural work, and domestic injuries also constituted about 3%. Most of the workers were engaged in welding or metal grinding activity. Welding was most prominent. It constituted about 55%, followed by cement work and wood cutting. Most of the patient presented with a visual acuity of 6/6 or 6/9 partial, and very less patient presented with less than 6/24 visual acuity. And it was observed that right eye was most commonly involved than left eye. 85% were superficial corneal foreign bodies, which were removed under topical anesthesia under slit lamp, and 15% were deep corneal foreign body. These were my observation I have already discussed. Coming to the discussion, even though it does not cause significant visual impairment, the discomfort and pain associated with these injuries make the patient come to the ophthalmic clinics. Our studies showed a male preponderance, which was consistent with other studies like Jamina et al. And Gracia et al. The most common age group was 31 to 40 years, which is supported by Gracia et al. Studies, and other studies like Oslam and Das et al. Showed most of the corneal foreign bodies were metallic filament, which was consistent with our studies. In other similar studies, it was substantiated that majority of the patient came from metalwork industries like welding, grinding, and cutting, and the second most common occupation exposure was construction workers, and the foreign bodies were sand, metal particle, dust particles, cement, and paint particles. The agricultural workers most commonly get injured by the vegetative matter, which if not treated will lead to secondary corneal ulcers and long-term complication. And the reason was found to be that the most of the patient, even though provided
please conclude your presentation.
Coming to my conclusion, the impact of ocular trauma lead to economic burden to the patient, and it can be easily preventable with proper awareness and wearing of the protective eyewears. That concludes my topic, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Dr. Amrita, that was a nice, crisp presentation. And the take-home message from you?
Ma'am, these are preventable.
Make it very brief. Make it a small message.
Occupational, it comes under preventable preventable eye injuries. So occupational hazard, if addressed properly and proper awareness is given to the patient, we can reduce a significant amount of this ocular trauma during occupation.
Okay, and man hours I understand, but economic burden from metal injuries, you had most of them recovered. What about the wood injuries? The injuries due to wood, you said wood cutting, you said. So none of them developed into ulcer for in your case?
Ma'am, only two patient I followed were able to follow.
They didn't have sufficient patients. Okay.